Well, hello, mamas. We are here for number four. Number four, school supply. That is, we are here to talk about planners and agendas because your teen needs one. No matter if you have a middle schooler, high schooler, or college student, your child needs a planner or agenda, whatever word you want to use. And we're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about how to use it. Before we dive into that, though, let me know, does your child's school provide a planner or an agenda? Let me know down below with a yes or no, because I've been kind of surprised by answers of students I currently work with when they tell me no, the school only provides a planner for students with an IEP, or no, we had one in elementary school, but as soon as we hit middle school, we don't have one. Like, I'm just amazed. So let me know what's going on in your part of the world, and do know, would love to talk to you and your teen one-on-one through a consultation. There's a link in the bio for us to do that. All right. So a planner or an agenda can be tiny, can be pretty and sparkly like this. And, this isn't necessarily one I'd recommend for your child because it is so small. Just trying to find blank page. Should have done that before I hopped on live here. And it's kind of cool. There are not any blank pages. It means I'm actually using this as much as I try to use it. And I know it's old, but definitely there's just few lines per day. Whereas a good student planner has different days of the week and even broken down different times of the day or maybe different classes. Okay, so depending on what the school is providing, and maybe something that your teen loves, it might be something your teen doesn't love, and maybe your teen just doesn't have one. For those of you that said, nope, school doesn't provide one, do know a planner is a must have. Okay, and the reason it's a must have is pretty simple. That planner becomes your child's lifeline. Okay, as soon as the teacher says, here's the homework for tonight, this test is blah, blah, blah day, this project does due on that day, or, go here to look up the rubric, or make sure you do these 3 things before class tomorrow. Any type of assignment, any type of due date needs to go in a planner. So if your teen doesn't have one place only to record all that information, then it becomes very hard, very messy, very chaotic to be organized and to manage their time, which are 2 of the study skills that I teach in my Love to Learn Study Skills program. So definitely got to have a planner for your child. Okay. Now, I know some of you might be going, Jessyka, my kid would never use that. And you're not going to be the first parent, the first mama to tell me so. So that's when those learning styles become so important. That's when your child's interests and preferences become so important, because that all ties together into how to use the planner, which planner to buy, and how to make sure it actually is a helpful study tool and essential school supply. Okay. Now, before I dive into that, do you want to say thanks for being here? We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. If you're not sure who you're listening to or how you ended up on this page, I'm Jessyka Coulter, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. I am a study skills tutor, so I teach teens how to learn through study skills. I help them personalize their learning through school supplies, let alone knowing how they learn learning style wise, let alone, okay, I'm sitting down to do homework, I'm sitting down to fill out my agenda. What do I do? How is it going to be best for me? That's what I help teens, tweens, young adults do. So be sure to follow, be sure to subscribe, because there is one more school supply I haven't talked about yet that's on the wish list that you definitely need to buy your teen as soon as possible. So back to planners, back to agendas. Do you know we want your teen to fill out this planner, this agenda, whatever word you want to use, and have this as a lifeline, because when he gets home, well, now we can take the information out of the agenda and put it on a calendar. Okay. The other day I talked about whiteboards and how important it might be and probably is for there to be a family calendar, or for your teen to have a calendar in his room that's, maybe a whiteboard for a schedule. Well, this information, like that test 2 weeks from now, if the teacher's that nice to say that, or maybe like that project, your big paper, or the end of term thing, again, we want that on the calendar so we don't forget about it. But if it never made into the planner, it's going to be very, very easy to forget about it. Okay. Now, for immediacy, so your child comes home, wrote in his planner, at the end of every class, yes homework, no homework. Like that's the minimum thing we want to do. Okay, if your child is like, I will not write in this planner, I don't want to do this, we can obviously personalize that. They're in a consultation when we work together through the Love to Learn program. But start with asking your child to write yes homework, no homework. And it doesn't even have to be the word homework. It can literally be HW. Okay, so definitely start there. Yes homework, no homework. And the reason we do this is we want your teen to take the information out of the planner. Again, we're going to make this a routine that every day we go home, we look at the planner, we look to see what did we write down, and then we write whatever is due tomorrow or, next class time. Like immediately, we need to put that on a list. And that becomes what we're referring to that entire night. That's how we're going to prioritize. That's how we're going to figure out, well, I need 10 minutes for this, an hour for this, or, this is the kind of help I need. This is what I need to go look up, all of that. Okay. Last thing I want to tell you about planners as to how they're so important is do know we do have to personalize them. Okay. So writing the homework, no homework, very good step. But remember, this planner I showed you, it's small. And your teen may want a planner that's broken down by hours. Your teen may want just a notebook. All right, I've had some students that they do way better when we customize, like totally create a planner. But at the same time, the other thing could just be motivation, which is another study skill I teach. And the motivation that could be missing to use a planner or to even just keep track of it. Because I've had so many students tell me, oh yeah, I lost that several weeks ago. Or, they usually don't even make it a month into school. Figure out how do we get your teen to like this planner more. For me, it might sound kind of silly, but I put a picture of my cat in the very first page. Like that's what I did. So that because especially the school supplied ones, everyone has the same planner. And it's really easy to lose it if yours looks like everyone else. So I put a picture of my cat on the front. I've had other students that, like even thinking about classmates I had, they took off the front cover and just totally redesigned it. Okay. Or maybe it's just for you, getting your teen the fancy pen or the, fancy whatever that makes your child really, really love that planner. You only get to write in the planner with this particular color. Or, if we buy the planner that has, for me, it'd be like a unicorn right now. Again, your teen gets excited to write in it because of this, or your teen is excited to keep track of it because it looks so great that, your teen treasures it, values it. So I know this is just the tip of the iceberg, but do know planners are essential to your child keeping track of assignments. They're essential to your teen actually knowing what to do every night when studying, when doing homework, and they are very, very personal. Okay. How to use them, which one's the right one, all of that, definitely something we can cover in our consultation. So go to that link in the bio, choose a day, choose a time for us to talk. Let's figure out what study skills your teen is really missing, figure out is the Love to Learn program the right fit, and how I can help your teen learn how to learn so that these homework battles, these frustrations of your teen's willingness, ability to study successfully, they don't happen anymore when your teen learns how to study. So talk to you soon. See you for the last study tool, aka school supply, tomorrow.